Germany, this story is actually kind of inspiring, I think. According to the Anholt-Gfk Nations Brand Index, and I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong.
Yeah, sure.
Germany is now the world's favorite country. Now, of course, Germany's had some problems. Remember World War II, Nazis, all that? They've had a bad rep for a long time. And they're still the butt of jokes often. But this does kind of show that things can change. So let's take a look at the top 10 countries. Germany is number 1. The United States number 2. We've slipped. We're not number 1 anymore. We'll get to that in a moment. UK number 3. France, Canada, Japan, Italy, Switzerland, Australia, Sweden. So none of those seem that surprising to me because those are sort of all the westernized countries with good civil rights and human rights and things of that nature. And as it says on the right side, the USA, which held first place since 2009 and is still seen as number 1 in creativity, contemporary culture, and educational institutions, suffered from its perceived shaky record in global peace and security. That certainly makes sense with everything going on in the world right now. By the way, it's not the Gfk Nations Brand Index, it's the GFK. My guy didn't put it in capitals here, so I... Yeah, see, that's the... And by the way, to prove a point about our earlier segment on CNN and correction, see, I screwed up and then I corrected it within 30 seconds. That's professional, people.
Journalist.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so the reason I like this story is because this shows that people and countries can change, and I really like this. Germany has done some horrible, horrible stuff, and yet they've changed and modernized and blah, blah, blah. You've got something. I can see that glimmer in your eye.
I'm deciding whether or not to say, like, okay, so how long does it take to forget a genocide? Yeah. All right, cool. That's the statute of limitations.
Right, I think roughly 65 years.
Roughly 65 years.
Yeah.
My knee-jerk reaction for just a bevy of reasons was, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
But once I got over myself and got over my initial emotional reaction, which I think in being Jewish and being American and being a human, we're entitled to.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, what have they done to deserve this? What have they done to deserve to take this number 1 spot? And I'm not exactly this is going to shock both of you, I'm not really a global policy expert, but
I was told you were.
Sorry, your guy messed up.
Yeah.
But what I do understand, what I do believe to be true, I think, about Germany is they have really gone above and beyond when it comes to reparations.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the policies they've changed, when they, I mean, you cannot own a copy of Mein Kampf, is my understanding.
Yeah.
The reparations they've made to families that were affected by the Holocaust, and that is a stand-up thing to do as a nation.
Yeah.
So I'd like to think that that has something to do with it. Obviously, the atrocities are going to haunt people for centuries, and it's a horrible thing, and it can't be erased, and it shouldn't be erased. But the things that their country and their government has done to start to apologize and to start to heal that nation and heal so many people, I think is commendable.
So to that point, 65 years or whatever it is, my math isn't perfect, but it's pretty good, right? Like, that's actually, if you think about how a nation can change and go from that to number 1 in the world popularity contest, I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, good for them. And plus, like, it helps that the rest of Europe doesn't have its shit together.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
and just
Europe
Angela going like, all right, let's all just get in a line and handle what's right with the world.
Right. So
that
maybe
was
they
kind
stuffed
of Yiddish.
it was something, but
Yeah.
But, so you think they maybe stuffed the ballot box because they're so organized?
I mean, that's the thing is like, they just, this is what happens when you apply your talents in the right direction. All their systematizing when it's toward killing Jewish people, like, that's not where you should be putting your ability.
It's a lot of wasted energy.
Yeah, take your talents.
How do you
guys feel about the USA not being number 1 on a list? We like to be liked. Everybody loves us, and they hate us all the time.
Yeah.
You know when there's a comment card after a customer service, and you want to give them a 5 because, hey, it's fun, but you give them a 4 because there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
Keep them humble. That's what I say.
So that's what they're doing. That's what the rest of the world is saying. We need you, like ISIS. No one else is going to ever do anything about it. So we're going to hate you if you're there, and we're going to hate you if you're not there. But we still need you, United States.
And second place isn't nothing. But I'm an underachiever, so.
We also like to be underdogs in America. We always root for the underdog. We also like to be the top dog and the underdog, which is in a way masturbation.
Great Broadway show, by the way.
Yeah. What's your favorite country?
Good question.
Putting you on the spot right now.
Look at you.
No lead time. If you had to pick a country, not the United States. Let's just throw the United States out for the purposes of this. If you had to pick another country that you really dig, Who
I
would it
gotta
be?
say, I had a great whirlwind summer in the Greek islands, so I could live up my days there
Greece,
and be a
they
happy
found
camper.
they found democracy. Great feta
Yeah.
cheese.
For me, I'm gonna go with my favorite country being. I really enjoyed going to Italy recently, so it's like fresh, and they barely cook their meat, so that's awesome.
Yeah. The
They
pasta's
smoke it and
fresh.
cure it.
Yeah, it's just.
What do you like?
I'm gonna say Canada because they
Oh,
have
God,
they
really?
because they basically do the right thing in the world.
Yeah.
They don't get overreached and over involved. They stand up for the right principles. They have to deal with us living right below them. And also they have to deal with that threat that every right winger makes constantly, which is that I'm gonna move up to
That's
Canada. And they have to deal with that. And that's not fun. And yet they always are smiling. They're very pleasant. Every time I've been there.
They're nice.
Great, fun people.
I thought you were just gonna basically saying I like cold America.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right. Weather-wise, it's
Yeah.
not perfect for me. I
Yeah.
do like our Southern California
yeah,
weather.
it's like I don't like Coke, but I'll have like, Safeway Select soda.
If I can't have
Cola
Coke, I guess
flavor.
I'll take an RC.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
see this anti-Canada stuff that I'm putting out?
I get it, but
We're
it's
going
like.
to the Mediterranean. Peace out.